Hello everyone, welcome back to the stream. Today we are at a bit of a technical, bit of a quite interesting circuit. We are at Kemora uh, for our final round of the Formula E series. Welcome back. One thing I should note is I'm recording the stream at a higher quality. I mean, this isn't really that relevant. Um, but I was looking back at some old footage, and I was like, hang on. The quality's like very meh on this. So I've upped the quality, obviously at the expense of file size, and I just want to see A, how much better does it look, and B, how much more file size does it take up. So yeah, running that sort of little test, you could say today. But yeah, looking forward to this race. Hopefully it'll be a clean one. Unfortunately, we've only got 12 people here today, so a bit of a small grid. Unfortunately, it has sort of dropped off in attendance. But yeah, I'll make the reverse grid a little bit easier. What isn't going to be too easy is trying to get track position here in qualifying. I'm going to actually try and get out here right at the start of the session. And somehow, first car out. Nice. I didn't expect that to happen, but it's very nice that we have clean air. So we'll head round Kemora. I see quite fast first half of the lap, then we get to the second half of the lap, which is very different. Through these long corners, which drain a lot of the battery, and does mean that, like last week, we'll be taking a pit stop to replenish the battery. And also, if you make a mistake around here, you can see gravel immediately on the edge of the circuit. So track limits will not be an issue like it was at Helsinki last time. Bring up the battery meter. So we go for our first flying lap. We'll get a good few laps in this week with how short the circuit is. Lap time's just over a minute. This final corner, very difficult with just how it tightens up. T1 bit slower this time. I think inside carb they're kind of missing the turn in for the right-hander. They're definitely cost a bit of time. See, they're very close on these opening laps. Luckily, there's actually no one behind us here to sort of for us to be wary of. Watch the oversteer through turn one. If you're sort of a bit wide through the corner, the rear end can really snap away from you. wide there. Some more cars are getting clean laps in. Currently now down into P5. Getting the rear end just sort of sliding there. Yeah, I don't think this lap is gonna be it. But again, still plenty of time to get laps in. Actually try and open up the final corner a bit here. Maybe still a little bit too early on the apex there. But the apex for this T1 is actually very difficult to spot. As you can see, the track just very flat. Good exit there, and that gains this time all the way down to this left-hander. Using a bit of the grass there on the inside. So about, of course, second up as we come to the line. I'll guess into the 60-second range. But doesn't gain us any positions at the moment. Still P5. Rear end snapping out there. I think it's going to be difficult to improve upon that time. It's definitely the fastest lap I've done in it from any of the practice I did. Bit wide for the T1 Apex there. They've got a good exit, so haven't lost too much time. Diving wheels into the gravel. Yeah, I really don't think I have much time. Down into 1 minute point 1 at the top now. One more lap and then we reset to pit lane, I think. Bit of a better run through T1 now. Is a good run through T2, but I didn't slow the car down enough for turn 3. No, this lap isn't going anywhere. Got messy again. So we'll go again, still sitting in P5. Wouldn't be surprised to be dropped down 1 or 2 more places. I want to back up here a little bit just to make a little more room. And we go again. Oh, car just understeering out wide. Tire's not up to pressure yet. Five minutes left in the session. Oh, that's a good run through T1. I braked early. Turned in too early as well. I lost all that time in T3 then. I made up through T1 and 2. We still have more laps. Actually, I think I'm going to have to back out of this. This part of the track getting quite busy. Went too early for the apex. That was a bit more of a cut than I wanted. Yeah, the exit out of the final corner doesn't matter too much. Your run through T1 really has much more of an importance. Ah, but we're still up here after turn 3. Not getting great exits. Oh, very poor final corner. That's a very bad line through T1. That's what sort of worried about sliding into T2. Here we go, 2 more laps. I turned into the... So, one more lap now. How are the tires? The tires are sort of in their optimal window at the moment. Well, we need, what, a quarter of a second to get up to P4. It's going to be difficult, and even if we do, I don't know if I'll have the pace in the race to hold that place. Right then, final lap here. Clean run through T1, good exit. There's the time now, it's all about turns 2 and 3. Just waiting for the front end to turn in. Drop down to P6 now. Oh, that's a bad left-hander. Good exit though. Picked up some time in the middle of that corner. It's all about the final corner here. Need to find some time. Ah, just locked the rear brakes. Ah. Yeah. P7 in the end. Oh yeah, if I just got a good final corner there. If I didn't make the mistakes at the left-hander going into second half of the lap and the final corner, I probably could have had P6, maybe even P4. Only 5,000 separating fourth and fifth. Yeah, who knows how this race could turn out. 5,000 in between 9th and 10th as well. Very close battle in some of the qualifying places. Up to 14 drivers now, so good to see a couple of others have joined before the first race. How am I doing, Gigi? I'm doing all right. How good day? Enjoyed the weather for today. Nice and sunny. So spent last 3 hours just lying in the sun, watching some Twitch. Before we go racing tonight, we'll probably go out for another hour or two after stream. To be honest, does have me a little bit tired. Yeah, that's actually a little look at sectors here. 10th and bit. Oh, I had effectively 2/10. It's been sunny at least where I am. Sun's been out, not very many clouds. Been nice and warm up to 20 or 21 degrees today. It'll be like 21 or 22 degrees tomorrow as well. So a couple of days of good weather, which is really, really nice. But now we wait for the start of the race, which will be coming fairly soon. Here we are outside for T1. This could be a very interesting race. Mistakes are going to be very costly. It's always very difficult to know when the weather's going to come. You only really know in a week in advance, and that's a bit late to be booking holidays off work. So yeah, you can just choose your dates and hope that hope it turns out for the best. Yeah, do I have pit stop strat? Yep, is all set. And again, we have push to pass. So here come the lights for a first race tonight. All right start. Car behind's actually a really good start. Oh, one car's ran really wide. And we've actually had a brilliant run through turn 1. And we're up to P3 already. What a fantastic start. Didn't even use a push to pass. And they're still side by side behind, which is going to cost them quite a bit of time through this middle sector if they stay that way. They've now sorted themselves into single file. Dropped it back a little bit from front two, but I mean, drop back. We were quite a bit back. We're closer to them now, having made up all those positions. Bad run through turn 1. Luckily, we have a bit of breathing room here. So we'll not be under pressure through turn 3, despite the mistake. Struggling with a bit of understeer already. Car behind definitely seems a little bit more confident going into corners. Ooh, again, per exit of T1. I think the car behind actually made a mistake. They've dropped back a bit. Much better lap this time round. Much better run through turn 1 than what we've had so far this race. So yeah, just trying to maintain the gap to the cars behind. It's not necessarily about being quick, it's about not making mistakes, I would say, since mistakes are very harshly punished with the gravel around here. Last thing I want to do in this position is just throw the car off. Throw a podium away. There are definitely quicker cars behind. If I make a mistake to drop back, we'll take advantage of it. Tires have hit a good point of grip now. Car is feeling good. One of the cars in front running into the gravel a bit. Didn't have a great run through T1 this time. Seemed to be a bit wide there for the car in front. Eight minutes into the race, 22 to go. Look how much time the car in front lost. Pretty much nearly a second from that mistake last lap of just dipping a couple of wheels into the gravel. Wasn't even all four wheels. coming up to the 1/3 mark and we're already below 60%. Shows you that we'll not be getting to the end without a pit stop. Little mistake there. Gonna lose us nearly half a second. I think tires are starting to drop off for people. Times are starting to get a little bit slower. Some cars made a mistake and ran off. Already coming up towards a lapped car. And they're off into the gravel. So we get by without any time lost. On to lap 12 now. Still all of our pushed passes to use. Car got unsettled, trying to put the power down on the curb. Yeah, it's the car behind it made a mistake because they've dropped back one position. Car in front making a mistake over the curb. Got to imagine most people have used one push to pass. I think people might be pitting to try and get an undercut. Car behind certainly has used a push to pass with that fastest lap. And then the car behind's lost all the time they gained. Car in front's really struggling, and now I've made a mistake. 1.5 seconds lost. So go into the pit lane now. Hopefully we come out in clean air here. Which we do. Now we need to push on these new tyres, but they are cooled and down on pressure. So they're not going to be too amazing for the first few laps. Ooh, car off in the gravel. See another car off into the pits. Go use a push to pass here. Try and help undercut the car for second place. And the current second is responding. And they're back out in front of us. I don't think they took tires, and I nearly missed T1 trying to see what the gap was to them. Just give away a second for no reason. 4 seconds behind, so yeah, I don't think they took new tires, which should mean we're going to be much quicker than them for the rest of the race. But whether we can catch up and pass them is going to be a different matter. Well, catch up to them, I think so. Pass them, that is a different matter. We are closing. We gained 1.4 seconds that lap. And that wasn't using push to pass. 10.5 minutes left in the race. I think the current front ran is a little bit deep there. Give it one more lap before we use our push to pass. If I didn't make that mistake, we'd all be right there behind them. Look at the understeer they're struggling with. I should have waited a second or two to activate it. They're positioning their car pretty well. Just trying to squeeze around the outside to sort of try to squeeze us off, and we just kind of ran into each other. A little bit awkward that, but we've got the place, we've got second place. Hopefully we can sort of run away for the rest of this race. Still have plenty of time actually to use our final push to pass. I'll probably use it sooner rather than later while the tire is still in a good state. Which it won't be for too much longer. I think it's next lap we'll get to use our push to pass. Let's try not to make mistakes like that. Yeah, there is our push to pass. Coming up on some traffic though. Hopefully we don't get held up too much. Get down the inside here. That was quite nerve-wracking there. Don't run into the gravel there. A personal best, just missing out on a sub 61-second lap. Got two cars fighting in front for P10. Get past one car, I think seconds go, let's go here, which they do, and it is appreciated. A bit minutes to go, so we'll have 2 more laps after this. Reverse grid race is going to be very interesting. Let's just say, especially turn 1. One minute left in the session. That means when we cross the line here, we'll be going on to the final lap. Turn into it for T1. So time has run out. We head round the final corner. It'll be P2. Oh, it feels good to finally get a good result this season. Finally. uh, and what we cleared the car behind by nearly 12 seconds in that second half of the race. Shows you how much new tyres are worth around here. Fastest first sector, what? 10th and a half, 2 tenths across the 2 laps. I think that we've got fastest lap. If I got the second and third sector just a little bit better. With the fastest first sector of anyone on that lap. Slipstream would have helped too. We did have a bit of slipstream, and that definitely would have helped. I did not think I was going to get P2 having qualified P7. Qualified P7. Where are we paying for tires? Pressure's off for this second race. We've got a good result. This one is going to be difficult. It could be a lot of carnage. We'll be starting down in 13th out of 14 cars on the back row of the grid. 6 places further back than we were in the previous race. We're 3 rows. Still on the outside for T1. Hopefully. I mean, if we can get a start as good as last time, that'd be great. But, yeah, who knows how the start's going to go. It can go many of ways. So here come the lights for the final time in this Formula E season. And away we go. Didn't have traction control on, and this looks like a recipe for a crash. Ooh, what a cutback there. That's not going to work. Ooh, and look at that. 3 free places. Unlucky for those 2 that got pushed out. Ooh, that's not ideal, but if I'm going to do that, first lap's probably the best. Oh, and neither is that. First lap done, we kept it clean. 4.5 seconds off the lead. Down in P8. Another car off into the gravel, quite far off on the gravel. That'll be P7. That's the leader, I think. This was one of the cars that we lapped last race. More cars kicking up gravel. Wanted to try and get to the inside there, but the car in front wasn't having it. Gotta be really careful of people sort of coming down for a late apex. Could very easily sort of just tag them, cause an incident, and get post-race penalty. Which is not what we want. Car's out pretty wide there. I think that's the car that gained the lead after the previous leader made the mistake last lap. Car in front now taking a tighter line through this left-hander. Has just opened the door for us to sneak on through on the inside. We'll take P6, thank you very much. We'll go now chasing after P5. Leaders, one of the cars that qualified out front last race and then went wide into gravel at T1. So they're going to be quick, and to be honest, they'll probably win this race. One of the cars in front got a couple of wheels into the gravel there. Oh yeah, one car there running wide. Oh, we just had a bit of side-by-side contact as I was trying to leave them the space. Very difficult to do so in that fast right-hander. But the car started to slide, and don't think there's much more we could have done there. I think that's just a racing incident. Let's up ourselves into the gravel again. Car behind is the same car we were being chased by for a good portion of last race. Gaps in front opening up. Which feels a bit early for a reverse grid race. Car in front used to push to pass last lap. Allowing them to get the fastest lap of the race. Car's starting to understeer already. Feels early for that. I think I've got to do something different strategy-wise to the cars in front. I've got to either pit early or pit late. Early to get the undercut or pit late to get the tire advantage later on in the race. Just by keeping it off the gravel there, out of T1. And it'll be the same as every race we've had this season. The admin of this series does not bother changing the temps at all. I've told them that they should, just to change things up a little bit. But they've never bothered. Going around a lap car. A little bit awkward, but didn't lose too much time. Still gained half second on the car in front. Yeah, I think P4 might be our best bet here. I think the top three are just too quick. People that qualified in front of us, but had per first races, and car in front makes a mistake into the gravel. That lets us through 4. P4. 4.5 second gap already to the cars in front. Yeah, I don't think I'm any quicker than the cars in front to catch back up to them. And I think with the way this race is going, we'll actually have 3 different people on the podium than we had in the first race, which is kind of cool. You know, that's sort of what you'd hope from a reverse grid race. Lap 10 currently. So by a third of the way through the race, yes, we can see third of the way through the race on time now, 10 minutes in, 20 minutes to go. Not the greatest of lines there. Obviously, we still have the race 1 winner behind us. So P4 is definitely not secure. Let's not hit that inside curb. That was not fun. Yeah, tires are on the downward trend now, are the tires. They've passed their peak, passed their best. I locked the rears up slightly. Got the rear of the car sliding there, and it's like, please, please, please. That was sketchy. Camera's turning in too early there for T1. There we go, there's been a swap for position behind. Four seconds now to the car behind. Gonna be a little bit less than 4 seconds now because that's a bad T1. As soon as the car behind hits, I need to follow them in. Yeah, leader does pit. Not fussed about them. Not ideal dipping those tires off into the gravel. Another one for the cars in front pits. Car behind doesn't. They gained 4 tenths on us last lap. If I've got more pushed passes than them, than the car behind, if they've used 1 or 2, then I don't think we're in a bad position. If they haven't used any, then it's a straight fight, really. But if they have used 1 or 2, then we've got a little bit of an advantage on top of how things stand currently. They pit. So we've got pit end of this lap. Yeah, we'll definitely come out in front. They've actually dropped behind a couple of other people. We're not that far from P3, actually. And yeah, they've come out in traffic. So I think it's a big game on now for... I think there is a chance for us to chase down P3. I'm not sure that we definitely will, but there is a chance. Car in front gone to the gravel a little bit. That's really going to help us here. We're pushed past as well. And we've got their tires in the car in front. So their tires are going to start dropping off before ours do. Sliding the rear of the car a bit there. Hey, you see the time lost for the car in front. 1:03, that's a slow lap. I didn't have a great T1 this lap though. Yeah, we closed up a bit more last lap. I think the car got compromised by the lapped traffic a little bit. Lost a little bit of time that lap. They're a bit wide there. It's hard to say how good these laps are from me driving-wise when the relative is based on a lap I did with push to pass activated. That wasn't tidy. Car in front's very deep. We were only able to make that move thanks to the mistake that the car made. They didn't get a great run through T1 there. I wonder if they have any pushed passes left to use. They might do, because it looks like they're closing up there. Yeah, they definitely are. Not more confident on the brakes too than I am. Car making a mistake and recovering in front of us. Hopefully they let us through without holding us up. Which they do, just running wide there. And they actually slot in between us and the car we're fighting for. They let them through now through this long right-hander. Five minutes to go. The car behind not gaining this time because they're not pushed past anymore. We still have one more to use. I don't know if they do. Gonna use push pass now to try and get a gap. Take the pressure off us. That was weird. The car started to slide as they turned in for that right-hander. Like it locked the brakes for a split moment. There we are, out of pushed passes. Wasn't the greatest pushed pass lap. But we gained a second. I think the tires for the car behind are starting to drop off. Catching up to lapped cars again. We'll get to the inside of this one. 2 more in front of us. We're not too far behind P2. Certainly not close enough, nor do we have the pace to be catching them. Two laps to go here. One more back marker. Just a minute to go. So we'll be going on to the final lap here. One last lap car's gonna let us through here. Time has run over the session. The leader crosses the line now. Through the final corner, it'll be a second podium. Into races. That's a great way to end the season. A fantastic way. What a fantastic way to end the season. Uh, uh, what a race. What a couple of races. Uh, yeah, those were two great races. I mean, that's kind of how I would have liked the whole season to have been, but with the way the season has been, to actually have two races like that, clean, no incidents, no issues. Uh, I'm I'm very thankful. I am just very, very thankful. uh, right. As always, to end the stream, we'll run the daily stage on Art of Rally. But, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Let me bring up Art of Rally. Um, we'll save the weekly event for later on in the week as we usually do. We'll do it Friday. We'll do it Friday. But for the daily event, I did it yesterday. Got 27th, top 10%. That wasn't too bad. Um, we did it on stream on Saturday. Again, top 10%, 29th this time, a little worse. And Friday was really good, 18th, top 5%. So yeah, we've had a good weekend of events. Let's see what we can do here today. Very short stage, 2.5 kilometers at Indonesia. And in a group, was it A or B? I can't remember. I think it was Group A. We've got Toyota Sleeka in Safari spec with the snorkel. This is the shortest stage in the game. I think it is possible to do it sub 1 minute in some of the quickest cars. Like the Group S cars especially. Oh, well, that's... Phew. Yeah, we probably could have done it sub 1 minute there if I didn't make that mistake. 106. Yeah, we definitely could have. 110th, 40%. We kind of ruined our really good streak we had going. So we did. Um, But yeah, what what good couple of races. I'm just so glad. I'm so relieved to actually have a good couple of races. Um, to end the season. Like Long Beach. I made a couple of mistakes myself, but we also got taken out a couple of times, especially start of that second race. It was a good start, and then it was just boop, round we go. And not having stuff like that would have been helpful. Hamburg Harbour, well, we got taken out both lap ones, spun round facing the wrong way. And the third time later on in the second race, I think was, or it might have been the first race, can't remember. Um, but yeah, then what else do we have this season? Trying to remember. Oh, I was good trying to look at SimGrid, but it seems to be down at the moment. Um, but yeah, we had that Thermalito track. That we got spun round once by someone else, and I made a couple of mistakes myself that time. Um, what else? Last week at Helsinki, we got taken out both races. And we got two P5s, but like we should have been challenging for a podium both of those races. I also made a mistake or two last week as well. Um, Croft, uh, Croft wasn't too bad. I made a mistake in the second race that cost me, and then also did get taken out. But yeah, every race is like something went wrong. But tonight, nothing went wrong. It went as good as it could. It went as good as it could, to be honest. And yeah, that was a really nice way to end the championship. So yeah, that's then going to do it for this stream. Maybe a little short, only a little over an hour and a half. But yeah, I'll be back on Friday for the continuation of our LMU GT3 series on Fridays. Um, and yeah, and then on Saturday we'll have a 3-hour race on LMU. Another 3-hour race. This time around Fuji without the chicane at the end of the middle sector. That should be fun in the LMP2 car. Um, but yeah, um, I can't think of anything else to say. Thank you, Geeky, for being around and chatting. Thank you to those that popped in and were lurking as well throughout the stream. Hopefully, I'll see some of you over the weekend on Friday and Saturday as we're racing. If not, have a good week and weekend coming up. Yeah, again, thank you very much for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your evening and rest of your week, and I will see you next time. Till then, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.